This is the Montblanc Moctezuma 4810 Patron of Art of 2020, one of the most polarizing designs in the series, but also one with the most intriguing cap. Let's discover. Hey Goodfellas, I'm Naldi and we are at Style of Zug. Today we're diving deep into the Montblanc Patron of Art, homage to Moctezuma I, a limited edition of 4,810 pieces, a pen that attracts attention given the symbolism and also the bold aesthetic that it has. This piece here is inspired by the Aztec ruler Moctezuma I, who reigned from 1440 to 1469 and is a tribute to a period known as the Golden Age of the Aztecs. And I'm about to show you the piece, but before I do so, make sure to subscribe to the channel. A lot of you are probably getting this video suggested on their feed, but you're not subscribed yet, and so sometimes you're missing out on new content that we're posting. We're posting twice a week, and it will make you part of a wonderful community of Goodfellas that really appreciate the fine craft behind beautifully made writing instruments. Thank you and welcome to this amazing community. Now, let's unbox it and then let's discover it. Well, here we have it. What a bold appearance. What is interesting is that the overall design draws from the adeltil, which is an Aztec spear-throwing device, evident in the elongated cylindrical cap adorned with this wonderful petrol blue lacquer, and we have the gold-coated fittings. Underneath the translucent petrol blue lacquering, there is this wonderful Aztec decoration, guilloche, that gives this beautiful effect when you look at it. And the cap also features two hieroglyphs that symbolize the years of Moctezuma's first reign. But what is beautiful is that when you unscrew the barrel by actually screwing from the piston knob, you twist it here and you have this beautiful carmine red lacquered barrel coming out. And it's almost as if you would pull out a knife, which makes this whole thing so powerful and so special and really shows all the symbolism that this specific Patron of Art has. One that I personally always adored, and I remember when it was released in 2020 and I said, wow, what a powerful design. What you probably have realized is the fact that I did twist here on the piston knob, but the piston knob remained firm. Normally, when you have a Montblanc Meisterstück, you twist the piston knob and that's how you action the piston and fill up the pen. In this case, you have a kind of similar engineering like you have on the Otto Hut Design C, which means you have to pull the piston knob and now you can start turning. The overall haptic feeling is different in Design C or the Design 08, but the idea of having to pull out before you can fill up the pen is quite similar. And what is interesting is the fact that while the overall look of the pen is quite powerful and quite big with these wonderful design elements that we already talked about, once you have uncapped it, the shape, the size, the weight of the barrel and the fountain pen itself is actually super pleasant to write with. So imagine you have this cap on your desk and then you have this wonderful kind of heritage inspired size fountain pen with, you've probably already noticed, an 18 karat heritage nib. The kind of nib that you can find on the Rouge et Noir or that you're going to find on the Heritage 1912. So while the pen all in all weighs like 131 grams, when you have just this element here, we're probably rather talking about 50 to 55 grams, which is a great weight to use and write with. The pen is very balanced and the piston knob features this wonderful martelé kind of decoration, definitely taken as an inspiration from the Aztecs jewelry that during the golden era was being made. On the nib itself, we have a design that is inspired by the Aztec glyph for the city of Tenochtitlan, a three-armed cactus with a royal diadem and two scrolls. This is kind of symbolism that also reminds us to the Graf von Faber-Castell Pen of the Year 2022 Aztecs, which is a pen that you know I love and own. On the top of the cap, we have some more wonderful decorations, the Montblanc logo, and I always imagine myself, holding this pen at a meeting with investors, with financial advisors, feeling it like something very powerful to own, and then unscrewing it and starting to note down a few things. I think it's something that makes such a huge statement, and I love to imagine myself in which situation I would be using this pen. Definitely not an understated pen. It's not an understated pen, but it's a pen with a lot of history, with beautiful details. Montblanc really has gone over the top to create this little wonderful patron of art. As I already mentioned, 4,810 fountain pens. They also did an 888 edition with 888 fountain pens in the world, which honestly I truly loved. I had the chance to have two pieces, and I'm very happy actually to say that we have the Moctezuma here now back at Style of Zug, available for immediate shipping worldwide, and it's priced at 3,125 Swiss francs, which is about $3,500, which for a piece that is from 2020 and is, pretty much sold out, is, I think, super interesting. Well, let me know down in the comments what you think about the Moctezuma 4810. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I'd love to know which one of you are a yes when it comes to the Moctezuma and how many of you are just a no. I think we're gonna have more no than yes, but polarizing designs is always what you want to have when it comes to a limited edition. It reminds me to the Montegrappa Chaos, which had this very strong impact, but you have people who love it, and then you have people who say it's an absolute no for me. And that's exactly what we want from this kind of wonderful product. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for more content that is coming up. And don't forget that together we are changing the game.